And we're back. And we're back for another. And we're back for another.
Josh still
And we're
hasn't been.
back. Let me
Josh
stop
still
the
hasn't
infinite
Okay,
loop.
we're live.
Okay.
Let's go.
Stop the infinite loop of my voice. And welcome, players, everybody. We're back for another round of AIHRDE Knights of the Rose. We missed a couple of weeks for personal reasons, but we are all back here and we're ready to go. Does anybody remember what went on last time? I know there were only 2 of you here, but do you remember? And if not, I'll refresh your memories.
Refresh your memories.
All right.
Or wait,
Weren't we? We were at the castle.
Yes. All right.
And we were given rooms.
Yep. You guys arrived at Aubrey Castle safely with Milady Rosette. You were given rooms in the castle and allowed free roam of, well, most of the common areas of the castle.
And they moved the marriage up.
They moved the marriage up.
Yes, it was announced that the marriage would be the next day. It was moved up. It was not announced why, but you were invited to that marriage the next day. So you bumped around the castle, saw some sights, talked to some soldiers, and finally retired back to your quarters when you heard a blood-curdling scream from the courtyard. There, let me actually pull this up and I'll reread that narrative that I actually took all the time to write out. Let's see. Wav and Mowage. There we go.
Marriage.
Mowage.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Wav.
Marriage. That blessed arrangement.
Get on with the I do.
Go on. Say man and wife. Say man and wife. Man and wife.
Yes, such a good movie. All right. Around midnight, you are awakened by a familiar voice, that of Lady Rosette, shrieking from the courtyard. You guys went and looked out the window. You saw Rosette standing in an upstairs window, pointing at someone moving across the courtyard towards the stables, apparently carrying something heavy. As the figure passes a lit window, it is revealed to look exactly like Hasek, whom is snoring there in the bunk, completely passed out, unaware that this is going on. And, Daklish, you're looking out the window and you see Hasek down there with a big bag and the lady screaming, but Hasek's right there on the bunk snoring. You can hear him snoring. Hell, you can feel him snoring because it's making the floor vibrate. He's definitely here.
Hasek.
Good morning, everybody.
For a dwarf, that's so shameful to be all passed out from drinking.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, he did nothing but drink for 2 weeks straight while we.
Yes, he got so drunk the night at the roadhouse that he is yet to recover. Anyways, shortly thereafter, the figure hustles off into the dark towards a stable, and you hear an alarm go up in the castle, bells clanging, people shouting, "What are you going to do?" Hasek, you have been wakened from your considerable sleep by the sound of a bell, an alarm bell. And Nadia, bear with me, we'll get to you shortly. I've got a way to get you in here. It depends on what they do next, how I'm going to introduce you.
Oh boy.
So, back to the 3 of you. What are you going to do? The alarm has been raised, and well, you saw what looked like Hasek running away from whatever it was that had Milady upset.
So we're in a window and we can see this person in the courtyard?
You can see him for a second. He went through the gates into the stables.
Oren's going to look over at the rousing Hasek and go, "Well, that's a neat trick. Where'd you learn that one?"
What do you mean?
Well, you're in here and you're also out there.
I'm just gonna look very confused.
That's what I thought. Shenanigans are afoot.
Again.
There's no rest in this town, I swear. He starts gathering his gear up, weapons and things. It's like,
So you're starting to gather your gear up.
yeah. And the princess is in trouble again.
Daklish, what are you doing?
Yeah, same. Getting my stuff up. Where are we up on like a second floor?
Yes, you would be on an upper
Right.
floor.
I mean, because we had
Probably
another fight where something, right?
that was at the roadhouse. You were at
At the roadhouse,
yes.
right? Okay, so we're up on the second floor, and we can see this happening, and this person is dashing away. I'm gonna look over at Orin and say, "Well, are we going out the window again?"
I don't know about this wee thing. I tend not to jump out of.
This is
How far below is the ground? Because this is like a castle second
this is
story,
a castle
right?
second story, so it's like 20 feet to the ground. It would be a dangerous jump. People have died from such jumps if they don't know what they're doing. But as you guys are gathering up your gear, Hasek, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm gearing up.
All right. You guys hear the sounds of armored feet approaching, many sets, and then there's a banging on your door. Open up, castle guard. Open up.
As soon as the banging, they get like 2 bangs on there. We were already opening the door because we were getting ready to leave. So they're gonna come face to face with 3 people fully geared, getting ready to head out in the hallway.
Is the castle walls rough or smooth? Can I climb down them since I have that ability?
They are not so smooth that you could not climb down them, but somebody who was not an expert probably couldn't do it.
Okay.
Orin's gonna look at Daklish and go like, if they're on alert, somebody climbing out a window is not a good thing to be. They may stab first, ask questions later.
We know in the world of it's a trap. Everything on this entire mission has been a trap. But okay. I'll just stand there, close to the window, ready.
Orin's gonna look at the guards and go like, are you gonna block our way, or are we going down to help find out what's going on?
The guard, you open up the thing, and let me see. What are the guards wearing? They are wearing studded leather and holding truncheons. And one of them levels his truncheon towards your chest, dwarf, and says, "You are under arrest."
Orin's
what?
Gonna reach up.
And then he'll take his club and tap it on his other palm and say, "You can come along peacefully, or not. I prefer or not." And he'd thump his club on his hand again.
And he's talking to Hasek.
He's talking to whoever stepped into the doorway. Was that Hasek or was that Orin?
Me.
Orin.
That was Orin. He's talking to Orin. And this was just about enough time for you guys to get your gear on and get all geared up and get ready to go, and they're at the door. If you had decided to leave right away, you could have avoided this encounter, but you would have had to leave your gear.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? There about a dozen of them out there.
Orin's just gonna calmly look the guard in the eye and put his hand up to the thing pointed at his chest, and he's just gonna like slowly move it off to the side and goes like, "We'll come with you if you ask nicely, but you better have a good reason for putting us under arrest."
And he'll look around and he'll look at Hasek, and then he'll look at the window and he'll look at everybody else, and he'll look at Hasek again, and he will kind of scratch his head. He's like, "Well,
we saw the same thing. That's why we're heading out to find out what's going on."
"I'm afraid I can't do that. I have orders to take you into custody until we get to the bottom of this. Now come along nicely, or come along not nicely. Your choice."
As I said, we'll come along peacefully. Stop poking things in my chest. That's rude.
Meanwhile, Daclus, you are in the back of the room and we're thinking about going out the window. What are you going to do? All
Does
eyes
this-
are focused on this very charismatic dwarf in his shiny armor.
Yeah, I'm noping out the window. I'm gonna climb down the window. If they don't see me, if they're not looking at me, I am not interested in being arrested again.
Do me a favor. On your abilities tab, make me a climb check. Make me
Yes.
a climb check at +5, though, because there's this nice growth of vines growing up the side of the
Oh,
castle
how do
for
I add a
decorative
plus?
purposes. If you look in the lower left corner of the table is a box that says
Oh,
modifier and then a
yeah,
row
yeah.
of buttons. You can click the +5 button. It should
Okay.
change color and then roll.
And then roll a d20.
Yeah, roll your
Or just
climb
roll
check.
my climb
Roll your
check.
climb check, yes.
Click that. This. Do I? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh wow, I needed all of that.
Yes, you did, but that 12 is a success for a prime. And so you slip out the window and start scurrying down the wall. Meanwhile,
Is it nighttime or is it daytime?
it is nighttime.
Oh, great. This is just what I was made for.
All right. Meanwhile, Hussock and Oren, unless you intend to resist, they will march you off and take you down to the holding cells. Nadia, let's get to you.
Yes.
Let me have a quick look at some of your notes here and your background. You don't have much there.
I don't have a background yet. She's kind of from here, there, everywhere. She's a little bit of a mystery.
A
Let's
little
leave it to
bit of a
herself for
mystery. All right. Think of a reason you might have been taken into custody.
Because no one likes illusionists. We're always being blamed for everything.
Okay, we'll go with that. You were accused of something, inciting a brawl or something, and ended up just getting a night in the jail to cool off. You know that you'll be let out in the morning, but it's midnight, and at least here, they feed you.
Yeah.
It's not great, but they feed you. But you're whiling away in the cell in the middle of the night, content with, whatever it is illusionists do in the middle of the night to entertain themselves.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
It's
Oh,
usually
you're a bard too?
No. she's
That would
singing
be
rather
annoying.
off key and just
Just playing rock,
Kinda-
paper, scissors.
all right.
sarcastically.
You hear the door at the end of the row of cells open and feet coming this way, and you see like 4 guards march 2 dwarves past you and lock them in the next cell. And the guard will say, "Don't want no trouble from you. We'll be along in the morning to sort this out."
Hey, but I was promised a private suite. I mean, come on. What's this? How am I supposed to practice my vocal stylings? Kidding,
You can
kidding.
practice them after I've left. No more from you tonight. And he'll bang his club on the cell door and head out.
As he leaves, she goes,
All right. Dwarves, you are locked together in a cell. They didn't bother to take any of your stuff away from you. I imagine you would have had your weapons and armor and at least had your backpack. And they marched you out. They didn't even bother to take anything away from you because you weren't resisting. And, you are in a cell. Let me see.
she looks at the 2 dwarves suspiciously and she says, I don't know the 2 of you, do I?
Are we in the
actually,
same cell area as
You
her,
are
or-
you are in the next cell over from her, and there are bars between, so you can see them. It is possible you have seen them before, but not likely. Neither one of them are locals to Aubrey Castle. Orin has probably been through here once, but you don't know either one of them. He certainly doesn't look like the kind of person you would find arrested in a dungeon. Orin, describe yourself a little bit.
Well, I'm a Leo. I like long walks on the beach at night. No. What you see is a fairly hardy dwarf, obviously. Many years experience in battle. Long red hair, braided, plate armor, shiny, well-kept gear, everything. A regal kind of bearing to himself. He's not the kind of person who's used to fooling around in situations, but you can also tell that he's not the kind of person to just start causing trouble. Orin looks over at the person in the cell next to him. How tall is Nadia?
Nadia's about 5'6" or so.
So tall. I want to make sure if I was going to look up or look down at her. So he just looks over at the person in the next cell and goes like, "Well, you won't be staying here long. Don't worry."
Well, neither am I. I wanted to make sure because, in case we do know each other, I want to say it was not my fault. I have absolutely no idea how the frog got into his beer. I would never do that to beer.
You guys
Orin
find
just
yourself.
stares at her with the kind of deer in the headlight look and blinks several times, then shakes his head. One of these.
Yeah, Nadia is about youngish human female, about 5'6", thin, a mass of unkempt red hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and just all thin arms and elbows everywhere. Kind of looks like her joints have not quite decided to get together on anything yet. So, and facial expressions to match the attitude.
So does she just look underfed or just look very young and hasn't grown into her body yet?
Possibly both.
Okay.
Not very young. She's somewhere in her 20s based on your understanding of humans, but early 20s.
Well,
but yeah, she looks like she possibly has skipped a few meals here and there.
Okay, you guys
Lots
find
of
yourself.
salads.
Let me describe your cell. It is a cramped 6-foot ceiling. The room you're in is about 15 feet wide and about 40 feet long. There are a row of 10-foot by 10-foot cells separated by iron bars along one side with a kind of a hallway down one end of it. You can see all the way around, all through all the cells. There's nobody else down here. There's one sputtering torch in the middle of the room, and there are no windows.
Oh, it's like you should be used to that, right?
All right. While you guys contemplate your surroundings, Dacklish, you are in the courtyard. The alarm bell is still going off. You see soldiers. Well, actually, in the courtyard, you don't see a lot of activity. You do see a group of soldiers up here, and they are standing below what looks like it was Lady Rosette's window. What do you want to do? Nobody's noticed you.
Nobody's noticed me. That's grand. The direction that the fake Hussack ran off in, can I make my way that way, staying in the shadows?
Yeah, it's fairly dark out here. Let's see if you can do it without making any noise. Make me a move silently check.
Yeah. Oh, there. Oh, I can double click it. Ha
Ooh, yeah.
I am a ninja.
You are the wind, the whispering wind. You quietly slink your way across the courtyard to the open stable doors.
That's where the Hussack ran into the stable?
Yeah, he ran into the stables a few minutes ago.
Okay. So getting to the door, I'd like to listen. I have that too. I'd like to listen to see if I hear anything, whether I pick up on what the guards are talking about, or specifically if I hear this person in the stable. Do I hear them?
Make that listen check. Okay, it's you hear horses.
I hear. Is it light in there? Is it lit up in the stable, or are there no torches?
There is a single lantern burning in the stable. Now, the door you entered through into the stable was not the main stable door where they take the horses in and out. It was the one that opened into the courtyard.
Got it.
If you look in there, you can see that the main stable doors are open, as well as at least one of the horse stalls is left open.
Oh, I forgot I have enhanced hearing as a gnome. So I have 2
You do.
checks.
Okay, one thing you will hear is horse hoofs galloping away.
Oh, great. Well, I can't run after a horse. I'm gonna look around in the stable, see if there's any evidence of this person, disguise, something, anything. Perhaps looking for an open stable door,
All right.
or not stable, but
Um,
stall door. Avoiding the light, of course.
all right, give me a second. I want to look up something here. Ah. Okay, no, there is nothing obvious.
Nothing obvious.
You do hear soldiers headed this way, though.
Yeah, I wanna hide. If they're headed like towards the.
They're headed
What are-
towards the stable door that you're standing at. Yes.
Okay, I will. Do I have the time to not stay in the stable, but go around the side of the door, perhaps in a dark area, and just hide?
Yeah, you can do that. Make me a hide check. All right.
15 pride.
You hide. It looks like the soldiers followed a trail of what looks like, well, you can't really tell in the dark, but they've come along with a lantern, and you hear one of them say, "Looks like he dragged it in here." And, you see he's studying the ground, and they will go into the stable and start looking around in there. They investigate. You hear one of them say, "One of the horses is gone."
Okay. I'm just gonna listen, see if they. This is the same group that was under the lady's window?
Yes.
Okay. If they leave, I'm just gonna kind of keep to the shadows and follow them so I can continue to listen to what they're saying, what we're up against.
Well, there appears to be an older man with them. Maybe he's some sort of authority figure. He is not dressed in a uniform. It looks like he's still more or less dressed in his night clothes, like he had been woken up. And he is the one that is studying the ground, appears to be leading the investigation. And you'll hear him say, "She said it looked like the dwarf, but these don't look like dwarf footprints. They're too small, and it's wrong. I don't know what's going on here." And you'll hear him say, I fear we may have the wrong people." And at that, he will say, "I must go report to Lord Ormahar." And he will break off from the soldiers and start heading towards the proper part of the castle where the nobles stay, the guarded part of the castle. Do you want to try to follow?
Um. Oh, this is a good one. Um. Do I pop out and say I saw the horse running that way, but he said too small, but clearly my feet are tiny. I think I'll just continue to follow them silently and not reveal my presence. I wanna um
All right, make me another move silently check.
okay. Go, come on. Oh, not so silently. I
All
stepped
right,
on
you're
a
following
twig.
along and you accidentally kick a loose cobble that goes skittering, and you're small and it's dark. I'll give you a chance to hide before they spot you.
Oh, all right.
Hide in
Well,
that pile of manure.
I hide in the pile of manure. That's grand. There we go. 14 prime. That passes, right?
Yep.
What
You
prime is? Remind me, please.
prime.
Of
What a prime means is if you make a roll on a prime attribute, you need a 12 or higher to succeed.
12.
You
Right.
need an 18 if it is not a prime.
Right on. Thank you.
Yes.
12. Excellent. Okay.
All
Good.
right. You managed to, there's a big water bucket there that you managed to, flip over and hide underneath because you're just a wee gnome and they don't see you. However, while you were hiding there, he's going to move through the door beyond the guards without you.
Okay. So now I'm in by myself.
Now you are by yourself. I'm going to leave you there under the bucket while I go back to our
Yes.
friends in jail. What are you all doing?
Thorn's just standing in front of the gate, whatever, door to the cell. Like he's just waiting for somebody
Lord
to finally
Gasumba,
show
good
up and go like,
morning.
oh, we screwed up. He's not really at attention, but he's just standing there waiting.
All right.
Can I check if they locked the door?
Yeah, the cell door is locked.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait.
So you guys are just going to sit and wait. Eventually, you will nod off to sleep. Nadia, are you going to try anything? You know that you've been in here for drunken disorderly or just disorderly multiple times, and it usually just you end up having to stay the night until they decide to come let you out because, well, it's more of a nuisance to you.
Listen, unless unless the inns are not yet closed, the pubs are not yet closed. I don't think we're gonna be seeing anybody else tonight. So I don't think we're gonna see them until morning. I mean, this place isn't bad. I mean, the food's awful, but I've had worse. You know, the jailers could use a sense of humor. They have none. It's really sad. But why did they leave you with your equipment on? Wait, do I have my equipment?
You do.
I should ask. Oh, wait.
Like I
have my
said, you were
equipment.
just taken into custody until they could get to the bottom of this. They didn't really consider you a threat, and you were cooperative, so they didn't see
Well,
any
I mean, I'm
reason to
probably
take
not a
your
threat.
stuff away.
Stiff wind will blow me over. What pub did you two overturn?
None.
Orrin slightly turns toward her and goes, we weren't in a pub. We were in our rooms.
Wait, 2 dwarves, no pubs. There's a joke in here somewhere. What happened?
If it makes you feel better, he was in a pub recently and was sleeping it off, but the rest of us were just barely here when this ruckus started.
Huh.
He makes sure that he doesn't mention that Hussock is the one that looks like the person that started the ruckus.
Okay then. That's new.
And
What
as I
kind
said,
of ruckus?
Somebody will be here shortly to straighten this mess out, and when they do, I'll be ready to go.
I do have a question, though. Does it have anything to do with that horrible sound that was echoing through the walls?
That would have been Hasek snoring.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Oren's used to his snoring, so he doesn't know what horrible sound she was talking about.
All right. While you guys lament and wait on your fate, let's go back to Daklish under the bucket.
Under the
Daklish,
bucket.
you peek
I
out,
love
and now
my
there's
bucket.
nobody around now.
So when we last session, I was sneaking all over the castle. Do I know where the jail is?
Yeah, it would be 2 floors down in the same building you were staying in.
I think since the guards didn't know anything, I don't even think I need to sneak. I think I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna make my way in to the castle and try to get down to the jail.
All right. Let's see. It's late at night. The alarm has died down. Give me 1 each hide and 1 each move silent check to navigate your way through the castle unseen.
Although I'm not purposely carrying because I wasn't on but hide and move silently. There's a 17 prime. No, I'm loud. Maybe I'm walking through the halls. Where's my friends?
You're hidden loudly.
I'm hidden loudly.
Who the hell designed this place?
I can't find my room.
All right, you're wandering around and you move silently. You come around a corner and you stub your toe on something and let out a loud curse. And you're looking around to see if anybody noticed you.
Oh, yeah.
When a hand reaches around from behind and clamps around your mouth.
Oh.
And the other arm snakes around your chest and lifts you up off the ground and steps back into the shadows.
Hey, consent.
And a door shuts, and then you're set down and let go.
Okay.
A lantern gets unshuttered, and there, standing in a small room, is a face you recognize. Captain Willis.
Oh.
And she says, y'all have gotten yourself in a mess of trouble, haven't you? Fortunately, I grew up in this castle and I know my way around. She's like, come with me. And she'll move to the back of the room, which looks like maybe it was a broom closet or something. And she'll start fiddling with the wall and she'll open a secret door, revealing a passage.
Captain Willis, you would not believe we were in our room and just like how this original escort mission started, somebody looking like our partner was doing something that caused the initial ruckus. Saw him running. He was in bed sleeping. While I snuck out, I heard the guards say that they knew it couldn't have been a dwarf because the footprints were too tiny. So we just need to free our men. But I have a feeling that there is something bigger afoot, and maybe the lady is in danger.
She's looking at you and she's like, I know, I was nearly run down on the road by a cad on horseback. I didn't recognize his face, but I recognized his clothes. He was dressed like Milady's valet Fritz.
What?
But
it wasn't Fritz.
Not him in the face. The man was taller, kind of slender, had a big hook nose and was kind of balding. Daklish, as he names off all these things one by one, you realize that All of these things fit the description of Vig the Deceiver.
Oh, okay. Uh, okay. Um, Captain, have you heard? Have you heard of the infamous Vig the Deceiver?
Oh, everybody has. There's a reward for him in the capital city. 1,000
There,
gold pieces.
there is, amongst other things. You wouldn't believe what he's wanted for within the Thieves Guild. So I've heard itself. That your description. I've seen this person. That's him.
Well, I
Why?
saw
Why
him
is
making his
Vig?
way out of town towards Worthington on the road. Um, and as he leads you through these passages, he comes to a stop in front of another wall and a big stone, and he starts, or she, I'm sorry, Captain Willis is a she. She starts pushing on the stone that starts sliding. Meanwhile, Hasek, you're standing there and you hear a noise, and all of a sudden you get bumped from behind as one of the stones in the cell block is slowly sliding out of the wall into the cell block.
Will Orin hear this as well?
Orin
I'm
hears
gonna
it as well.
I'm gonna look at it and I'm like, Orn, look at this. Never seen this before.
And then finally it pushes all the way out, and there behind it is Captain Willis.
Hello, boys.
And she'll say, I always knew growing up in this castle would come in handy one day. You see, me and the Lord's oldest son, Camric, were besties back in the day. We'd use these tunnels to put his sister's prize goats in the cell. They never did figure out that one. Anywho, after the way you saved me and Father home, I knew you couldn't be responsible, so I did some snooping, only to find out Fritz and the footman have gone missing along with Milady's coach. Don't ask
Nadia
me.
looks over and says, "Hi, Captain. You lose your keys again?" Frequent jail
And
cell person.
She'll be, oh, Nadia, this is unofficial business. I really wish you hadn't been here. You didn't need to see this. But she'll say, nobody needs to know this. And she'll reach into a pouch and pull out a key, unlock Orin and Hasek's cell, and then go unlock Nadia's cell and say, you might as well come with us. I can't have you blabbing about this. And
Oh, okay. I'll just look at this as early release. I mean, if the captain is releasing me, it's got to be good, right? Okay. All right, sure.
she is like one of the highest civilian authorities, one of the highest placed non-nobles in the castle. So she does have some authority here.
I'll walk up to Nadia and look up and go, wow, you're pretty.
Oh,
A little gnome guy comes wandering out of the tunnel behind. And she'll
Nadia
say,
is not used to being called pretty, so she blushes a bit. What?
like,
Orin's gonna look over at Daklish and Lieutenant Willis. Yeah.
Willis,
Like,
yes.
Has anything been said about the princess? Is she okay, or is she missing as well?
No, the princess is fine. Apparently somebody broke in and stole the dowry from the wedding. And apparently somebody wanted him to think it was you. Now, don't ask me how, but Father Home and I have managed to gather up the rest of your gear, and we have it waiting nearby. If you can catch Fritz before he gets away, this is the way to prove your innocence. Otherwise, it's not looking good for you.
Well, I'm gonna need my horse.
Except, so you all know, Daklish says, it's another guy looking like Fritz, which, based on Captain's description, sounds like Vig, the Deceiver, a.k.a. Big Bad Guy.
Do we know who Vig is? I don't recall a Vig.
I don't think you were introduced to Vig. At the very beginning of the adventure, it was mentioned that Vig the
okay.
Deceiver might have been near Castle 11 and that there was a reward for him. Daklish has some personal history with Vig. That, whether or not it gets revealed, is entirely up to Daklish.
The longer we stand around, the further away they get.
Well,
Let's move out.
Captain Willis
Besides, stealing a gallery is just rude.
will lead you through these dark passages and eventually into a sewer tunnel that comes out near the river. And there, in the early morning, pre-dawn, stands the blessed healer, Father Holm, with your horses in gear.
So we swam across a sewer of whatever and came out clean on the other side?
No, you didn't swim through the sewer. There were walkways there.
But
Nadia
I was
takes a
gonna,
look
I
at
was
the
gonna hope
rising
it
sun.
wasn't too deep. So
Nadia looks at the rising sun and says, "And I was so hoping to see what they were serving for breakfast this morning. Oh well."
It would have been gruel, the same thing it is every morning.
Nadia's an optimist for reasons no one understands.
All right. Captain Willis will say, my sources tell me that Milady's carriage was spotted heading west on the road to Worthington. If they reach that scumhole, your chances of finding them are gone, and you'll never be able to show your faces in Kaimar again. Good luck, friends. This is on you.
again, Captain, thank you. So glad we were able to save her and the father, blessed healer.
Oh, speaking of which, Daklish was slightly injured a couple of days ago from the vine. It's been 2 days, so that would have healed by now.
Oh, the vine. Yeah. Okay.
You remember that now.
I do. Is my okay.
All right. I will take unmodified D20 rolls from everybody. Let's see what you notice.
Orin's going to look over his horse and make sure it was taken care of and that none of its gear is missing.
Everything appears to be there. Daklish.
Nadia is too busy chewing on a dried apple with a kind of bemused look on her face.
Orin and Daklish, you notice as you're getting your stuff together, on the branch of a nearby tree is a large, rather familiar raven, who, when you look over at it, will squawk and flap away.
That was Fritz's, right?
That was the bird you saw Fritz talking to, yes.
Talking to. I'm gonna reach into my pouch because I had always carried a sandwich for my hungry dwarf friends, and noticing that Nadia is a little hungry, I'm gonna hand her one of my dwarf sandwiches, bread, lots of meats, and be like, I guess I'm gonna have to keep you fed as well. Give her.
Oh, I like you people. And
Okay,
she takes
let's.
the sandwich and she starts munching on it hungry. And after about 2 or 3 bites, while she's still chewing, she said, "Oh, thank you."
Okay.
Don't want
And
to be rude.
Orin, did you see that? Did you see that raven? I'm sure that
lost.
was Fritz's.
If we're all ready to go, it look like we'll be following as the crow flies.
Before we go, I just want to check around the bush where the crow was to make sure the real Fritz isn't there.
There is nothing else in the bush.
Okay. I'll hop up on my pony.
All right, and you ride. There is an obvious road west out of the castle, and you guys ride for about an hour. I will take, give me a second here, a random encounter roll to see if you run into anything on the way. Road encounters. Road encounters happen 1 in 6 chance. Nadia, as the new member of the party, roll me a d6. On a 1, you guys will have a random encounter.
All right, let's see. Random encounter.
Whoa, this is one of the very first. We're 4 sessions in, and I think this is only the second random encounter we've had.
We've had near encounters. Mm-hmm.
Now, Captain Willis isn't going with us, right? It's just us.
Captain Willis is not going with you.
Okay.
Just the 4 of us. Secret roll. What's a random encounter? A angry pack of squirrels.
I'd like it to be said, I am not sharing the sandwich. It was given to me with, good intentions, and I'm going to guard it at all costs.
You do look like you could eat a few more meals, honey.
It kind of scares me when he takes so long to count how many people are actually attacking us.
Oh, nobody's attacking you. You come around a bend in the road, and you see a small herd of wild boars ahead.
Boars can be nasty.
Boars can be nasty, and they are on the road. Do you want to try to scare them away? Do you want to go around them? Do you want to, have a pork fest and chop them all up into victuals?
We do have
Nadia
a very
whistles.
hungry illusionist with us.
Nadia whistles softly and says, "That's a lot of bacon."
Orin's just gonna have his birthright mount just kind of tromp heavily as they head toward the boards, just trying to see if they'll move away, because horses are bigger than pigs, I'm hoping.
Yes. All right. This is what I want you to do, Mr. Knight. Make me a
Intimidate them with my
charisma check.
charisma.
Exactly. I told you having a high charisma was going to help you out.
Now, is that an actual intimidation
If
roll, or
if
just
you
a
have if you actually have an intimidation skill of some sort,
where would that be? I was trying to
it
look.
would be under your abilities if you had it. I don't think you do.
I don't
I
see
will allow
one.
you to roll your inspire ability. This would apply here. You are inspiring the pigs to get the hell out of your way.
How do I double click? There we go. Okay. I did not.
A 12 is a success with a prime. So
Yeah, that's just.
that is
I get to use my favorite Willow quote. Out of the way, pig.
Anyways, yeah. Orin spurs on his horse and easily scatters the group of boars, and you move on with no meat and no trophies.
Nadia goes, "Bye, bacon. Maybe another time."
All right. Let me.
And I was so looking forward to trying out my new toy as I fondle my, what is it? I was looking for what it was called.
Your George Foreman grill.
Oh, my little people catcher. I wondered if it would catch a pig. I don't think we added it to my inventory. Where is it? The sleeve tangler. That's it.
Oh, speaking of which, you'll notice that I did give you guys experience points for last week. I need to add Nadia to the party. But if you look at your XP, Dacklish is very close to second level. Everybody else, not so much.
Not so much.
Nadia,
Sorry, kids.
and Nadia has a
4,500 to second level?
long way
Yes,
to go.
you're a knight. It is a lot of experience points to second level, but you started out with a horse, and there are a lot of benefits to being a knight. You have a lot of abilities, and you are not squishy.
I mean, I can swing my sword, but that's about it.
Nadia is very, very squishy, has a long, long, long way to go to second level, where she would still be squishy.
All right. Past the boar, you guys ride for about another 40 minutes, and you will see, fairly obviously, um, a set of wagon ruts that veer off the road, kind of heading north into the hills. The ground is uneven and a little bit marshy, so it doesn't look like the wagon was making very good time. Let me.
As we're riding, I'm gonna apprise my party of the dastardly deeds of Vig the Deceiver and of his renowned skills. He's known for being one of the best thieves in the land. Sneakiest, dirtiest, meanest. So so he has no morals even in the thieves guild. He's not well, who I think we're chasing. We need to be prepared.
It does not matter. Right will prevail in the end. If he's who we're looking for, he'll face justice.
I'm trying to
Shivers. Declan shivers at the right will prevail in the end. I've seen.
Nadia just
so
raises an
much.
eyebrow, still with a bemused look, slightly upturned curl of her lip.
What
I'm going to
was
ride over to Nadia and ask Nadia, so tell me about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do? How'd you get in jail?
Well, I'm been on the road for a while. I just, had to get out and about and see things. Didn't want to work on the farm. Didn't want to answer to a lord. Seems I just keep answering to guards, but it is what it is. Uh, what I do? Apparently, I cause trouble. That's what they keep telling me. I don't know what that's all about. I'm just a girl trying to get along in this world.
Sometimes that's hard, isn't it? Just trying to get along as a girl. People always telling you what to do. I imagine as I kind of look away.
I mean, can you imagine? They pay to have someone marry us. I mean, what's that about?
Always telling girls, you can't do this, you can't do that, leave it to the boys. What's so special about boys? I mean, yes. It was nice talking with you, and I will trot away.
Okay. Real quick, because I apparently didn't save it in the right place. What were the names of your horses?
Oh,
Cool Modi.
mine's the Witcher name. Um,
Siri.
no,
Garage?
Roach.
Did I end up with a horse, or did I end up with a pony, or?
I have an actual horse. I'm like this tiny little person on this big giant horse.
My horse
Probably
is called
riding on my
Horse.
knees because spreading my legs across that far is.
I would say Nadia and Daklish are probably sharing a mount at this point.
Yeah, for some reason,
Because Nadia should be able to reach the pedals.
all
and
of
the
my
steering wheel.
NPCs, horses and such, are missing. It's very, very disturbing. Hold on.
Damn that Vig. He's very sneaky.
He is.
Stole our horses. What's that about?
I'm telling you, and I'm just so I'm gonna tell Nadia that me and Oren and we got actually it was me and Hasek. We got trapped into this whole thing to begin with.
I added my horse's name in the Discord chat.
All right, cool.
It's always been a setup. One setup after another. Everywhere we go. We were from the beginning where the princess is from to on the at a roadhouse. It was like there's always somebody doesn't want this marriage to happen or wants her. I don't. It's
See, you
how
know what
we get into
you know what the
these
problem
things.
is?
What's the problem?
You keep having other people get you into trouble instead of getting other people into trouble. Well, trust me, it's more fun that way.
It
You
could
guys
turn
do
the
know
tide.
Orin can hear this conversation, right?
Nadia has absolutely no concept of what Orin is, other than possibly a little stuffy. Get it?
No,
Little
I'm inspiring.
I'm-
She should be
Nadia,
inspired.
does Nadia own a horse?
That's what we were
You'd have
asking.
to tell me that. I don't.
If
is
you didn't pay
Nadia-
for one, then you do not, and
Yeah,
you will
no,
probably
Nadia
have to be
can't.
riding on somebody else's horse.
That's
Okay,
why I was
so
saying Nadia and Daklis are probably sharing a horse because they didn't know Nadia was in jail when they gathered her gear
right, and she can reach the pedals as
and the steering wheel.
Alright.
yeah.
And Daklis can be a backseat irritator. Driver.
Front seat.
Besides,
back seat.
Nadia started off
I
with
could
as
just-
little gold as possible, so horses were not, not in the plan.
You don't have several thousand gold like the rest of us?
I think I started off with, actually, how much did I start? I started off with like 10 gold total.
What's in our party loot?
We haven't done that yet.
Ah.
Orin has 30 gold left. That's all I know.
Oh, I forgot. Yes. And I got sidetracked. I still owe Daklis a parcel. This is what you found the night you were, finding
Adventuring.
things that were
Adventuring.
you were finding things that people had lost in their belt pouches. Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Anyways,
Orin, close your ears.
you managed to snag a bag that had 2 gemstones in it, a moonstone and an opal. You managed to snatch a silver brooch off of somebody, and that looks valuable. And then you found another bag that has 3 little leather packets of dust. Sparkly metallic dust.
Like gold dust.
Unicorn
More like
poop.
silvery dust or mica dust. It looks like 3 pouches of glitter.
Okay.
The kind that you could throw in the air, like for a party.
Or an alchemy ingredient.
Alchemical.
There
It,
you
it could be
go.
an alchemical ingredient.
That's a big hard word to say. Alchemical. All the chemicals.
Pat 66. You don't want to sell us dust sticks.
All right.
These aren't the dwarves you're looking for.
I put
I
the
got 'em.
moonstone, the silver brooch, the dust, and the opal are all in the party sheet now. If you want to move those to your
Right.
character sheet.
That move? Okay. I'll work on that. Silver brooch. Where'd she go?
All right. As I said, about an hour into the journey, you'll come across a section of road. Let me share a map with you.
Oh my. Okay.
You can see approximately where that arrow is. And why did it reset my color? All right, let me undo that.
How do I get the map back? Is that library?
The easiest way to get the map back is open up your character sheet. You'll see 2 pictures up there. The right one is your token. Double click on that and it will open whatever map your token is currently on.
Oh, neato. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can see off the road up that direction wagon tracks. It looks like the wagon has
Oh. Gone off the road.
Gone off the road.
Although the road also seems to curve. Okay.
Yes, the road does seem to curve up ahead.
And we all see this.
You all see this.
Okay, so there's the wagon tracks. I advise extreme stealth if at all possible. So, Warren.
I'm not taking off my armor.
How stealthy can we be with horses?
Well, they have horses too. So we're back here.
All right, hold up. My table is not responding.
I
It's
just saw your PC, not
Yeah.
sheet.
While you're fixing that, I'll be right back.
Technical difficulty, kids. Let's take
Always
a
fun.
brief break after a message from our sponsors.
Quick question: how did you get the map back in? Because I had it on my thing, and while you were talking about how to get it back, I ended up losing it.
open up your character sheet.
Okay.
Double click on the token on your character sheet. All right.
Which is the one on the right. There's like your portrait.
Ah, there we
and
go.
then your
Okay. Yeah.
token.
Thank you.
That's so handy.
It is.
Except
That's
if your
very
character is
handy.
not on a map, then it's not so handy because it doesn't do anything.
You're on the map. Are you not on the
but
map?
No, I
Oh,
am on
if
the
you're
map,
not.
but if you're not on the map, it
Got
doesn't
it.
do anything.
Folks, bear with me a minute. My fantasy grounds has stopped responding. I'm going to need to close it and reopen it again.
Okay. Yeah, because
that
I
happens
couldn't
sometimes.
drag any of the items.
Yeah,
from
I
that.
don't know what was going on with that. I apologize.
That happens sometimes.
Close. Tell us when we should rejoin.
Waiting for it to go green. Green.
All right, give me a moment. It's
Good
coming
Lord.
back up now.
You mean orange? And mine is orange.
Mine is never green. It's yellow.
Yeah.
Dun.
Yeah, I don't know why today of all days it has decided to not perform correctly. It was doing it earlier before the stream, freezing up on me, and
Was it?
yeah, I don't know. All right, it is up. You can reconnect.
Okay. Oh, Roll20 was getting a denial of service attack. Join.
That can never happen. Although, you know, Fantasy Grounds, the website that serves it, might.
Acquiring file list. Let's go.
It's the AI trying to take over.
Go. Message of the day. Bunk. Campaign setup. Bunk. Backslash click on me. Click on map. Party.
Technology. Gotta love it.
I'll probably have to do guess the password next week. For everything.
Guess the password?
Yeah.
Why would you have to guess the password?
I'm getting a new computer.
Oh.
Everything I'm logged into, automatically I need to guess the password.
The password should be in the Discord chat, isn't it?
Yeah,
is.
no, but I just mean for all my accounts
Oh,
on everything. So
see, that's why I make all my passwords the same thing. Just
I
number
normally do
one.
as well, but sometimes it's like, can't do that because you changed the password to this before.
things are not because we're in combat. Oh,
I mean, I have to guess 1 out of 10 passwords. So
order. Okay. How we doing, Jingo?
Almost there. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. I'm going to...
I think everybody in chat has experienced technical difficulties. If you deal with a PC, that's the life.
that happens.
That is the life.
All right.
Hey, there we are. Uh-oh. Except for me. I'm not there.
You will be
I
there
am
in
a
a
ghost. I am invisible. I am the wind. I am the night. I am your worst nightmare.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
I'm just hiding behind Nadia so you can't see me because all you see is her flapping clothing and dresses and
All right.
ribbon.
Bear in mind. Copy. We can fix that.
If you're hiding behind Nadia, Nadia really is going to need more sandwiches.
How do you stay so thin? Is it a complex workout regime?
Her legs are storage units.
It's the jail gruel diet, you know.
You're in jail. I thought I had been in jail a lot. You're in jail a whole lot more than I am.
Hey, listen, they feed you for free. I have a roof over my head. I mean, the lack of windows leaves something to be desired, but, you know.
That's
Peeing
why
in a
your
corner
skin's
would be
so
a turn off
milky
for me.
white.
I mean, it beats sleeping in a barn.
Yeah, but gruel? Have you found other jails that serve better foods? I think I've been in other jails that have served some better foods.
Okay, there we are. I think everything's back where it needs to be.
What do you do about the fleas?
There are no
What?
fleas.
The fleas
She
in
starts
jail?
like swatting at her clothing. What fleas? What?
Declish will find one, pick it off, and oh wait, no, I'm not a monkey.
That? No.
There's
Can't have that.
horses.
All right. I have the horses on there in case you guys decide to involve them in this. If not,
We only have the one war horse. The rest are just old nags.
He's not really a war horse. He's just a trained.
all right.
And if you're waiting for Nadia to ride a horse into battle, we're both in trouble.
So the question is now, what do you want to do? You can see where I drew the arrow. There's obvious wagon tracks.
But we
rolling
can't see
off.
the wagon itself.
You cannot see the wagon itself. There are trees. There are rocks in the way. It is rough terrain.
Okay. I'm gonna lean forward on Nadia since we're on the same horse. I'm gonna do you know how to tie up a horse? Because I'm gonna hop off and go behind some of those bushes and see if I can find something out.
Yeah, I think I can figure that out.
Okay,
And-
don't get it close because
No.
we want to keep a horse for later. I don't think it's a good war horse. And
Nadia
I'm-
is going to bring the horse over to the trees or bushes or whatever this is over on the left. And tie it up over here.
And Declish is gonna start their way over this way here. Oh, well, that's really neat. Oh, that's so... Okay, I'm playing with my token, and as I move it, the visibility window moves, and that is so neato.
Yes, I have line of sight on this map.
Okay.
I also have it set up. Yes, as you guys move, you will notice various things.
Oh,
So
I
go
love
ahead,
it.
Go ahead and move the
Yeah, I'm gonna start off going to here.
All right, you
That's
see
where
the
I'm gonna.
actually well when you get to there, your superior hearing, you can hear a voice cursing and yelling somewhere ahead. Push! Push, damn it! Push! And it's a voice that, Daclus, you've heard before. You recognize the reedy and thin voice of Vig the Deceiver.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly dart back and guys, I heard Vig, and I'm quiet, not yelling. He's got the wagon stuck, but he's just up there a little ways. I just heard him however many feet away. How many feet away was he?
You somewhere up ahead in the hills.
So
It didn't sound too close.
He's stuck. The wagon is stuck. So great time. All right, now let me move my little guy because I ran back over here to tell these guys.
Orin asks, did you tell how many voices there were?
You heard one.
Yeah, just the one. Just Vig.
Well, he's telling somebody to push.
But he's telling somebody to push. Exactly. So. But.
And Orin, I'm trying to see here what all can be seen. You guys can see something on the road up ahead. You see goblins, and they're looking around. Let's see if the goblins see you.
Oh. Who sees? Do we all see the goblins?
The three of you do. If you look, you will see them. If you click on your token, you will see them on the line of sight on the map.
Hmm.
Do you know? Scroll out on the map if you need to.
Yep.
No.
No, see him.
But they're
So
looks like they're a good 120 feet away at least, or 100.
Yeah,
More than
and they do not appear to have noticed you. They are looking in that direction.
Possibly towards the carriage.
Yes. And at this point, we're going to do the dirty, and we are going to have initiative. I will allow if you guys want. Well, let's do it the way we've been doing it. We auto roll initiative, and we roll every round.
Okay. Let's see if this little party thing, it like never party order, or is there? Do we go to the party sheet, or is there a different sheet for combat?
The combat
There's a combat
tracker, the
tracker.
two
combat
cross swords. That'll show where you are in order, and it'll show all the other visible. All right, Nadia. Somebody said there are goblins up there.
Huh. Nadia is going to just take a little peek.
Why is there a flag next to Nadia?
A flag next to Nadia?
In the combat tracker.
That means it's her turn.
Oh.
Was initiative, you auto rolled initiative?
I
Did
auto
you do
rolled
anything?
initiative and you won. Yes, and it
Okay.
auto rolls each round.
All right,
As you step there, you can indeed see some goblins out there. One of them, the one named Glom, is about head and shoulders bigger than the rest of them. He's the biggest goblin you've ever seen. If you've ever seen a goblin before.
Huh. Well, yeah, there's definitely goblins. Let me see. No, nothing that's going to be in range anytime soon. And no, Nadia is just like waving at the.
Just as reference, that's what goblins look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nadia just waves at the rest of them, like, and it's like trying to do hand signals. Has no idea what she's doing.
I'm gonna whisper to Orin and Hussick and say, "God, she's adorable. Look at her. Like as if we don't see those. We can smell them. They're so disgusting.
Orin's just gonna whisper back, "She's a liability. She knows nothing about combat.
Did I end
She's
up?
gonna get us killed."
She's being quiet. Give her a chance. Just because she's a girl, she's gonna be fine.
Hossack, you went really, really dark. You're like
Oh, it's
floating
nighttime in
shadowy head.
Hossack land.
It's not nighttime yet. It's just very dark. It's been raining all day.
It's
Hold
a
up a
shame
lighter or
your
something.
lights don't work.
So Nadia, what do you want to do?
Nadia is not
Well-
going to be the first person to move. Hold on a second.
I
Let me-
think we'll.
actually,
I'll wave her over, so she doesn't stay over there. I'll just wave her over. So
Do you
we-
want to
Yeah,
step
not-
back behind the
Act-
bushes and out of sight?
Yeah,
yeah,
she's out of sight where she's at. Don't wave her into the wide open.
Well, the goblins don't see us though. The goblins
The
are going
goblins
that
haven't
way.
seen you yet, but where you're standing,
Yep. If
They're
we can
above.
see
Nadia's
them,
going
if
to
they
step
look, they
back,
can see
back
us.
to the bushes.
yes, I can tell you right now that you are. Yeah, there you go. Step back out of sight and just wait to see what's happening.
Yeah, or Orin's
Okay.
just gonna give her the hand signal of just stay there and be quiet.
She listens. I don't know. I think they're headed for the wagon. Do we? Boy, there's
That
the
was
goblin.
cool.
Okay,
Goblin sound effects.
goblin sound effects. Get them. I think we should head for the wagon and not run up the road for the goblins. Oh my, there goes the goblins.
You
So
see
that's my suggestion.
a goblin.
We see a
He
goblin.
yelled, "Let's get him!" And a goblin starts running across the road.
Oh, I heard it in my right ear even. Doesn't hurt. Thinking goblins. Ugh. Gnomes and dwarfs do not like goblins. How many goblins are there? 15, 16? What? Oh my word.
Not enough.
There's a lot.
Wait, yeah, Goblin 15, 16, 17.
I random numbered the goblins, so you don't know how many we have.
Well done.
So don't take their numbers as an indication of how many there are. Dacklish, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to. Whoa, this thing like move. I'm gonna move back to the shrub where I was. Wait, where's the? I have my movement is.
Should be 20,
20.
I believe.
Here, let
20.
me do this. I'm going to lock token movement. And so when you move your token, it'll create a path, and then I'll
Oh.
have to approve the move.
Super. Okay. So there. I'm just gonna move to there. Oh, that's still. Yeah. Okay.
You
Perfect.
are out of line of sight. Right now, the
Out of line
goblins
of
have
sight.
found something that interests them more than you.
More than us, right? So, and that's all I can do.
Hold on.
Whew, that is my move.
All right, so that's all you had. Orin.
What? The map just jumped.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
jumped
does
to-
that when it's your turn. If you like click the in the
I
upper
can
bar.
I can disable that if it is disorienting to you. Yes, I English very well.
Yeah, we
Well,
all
so
do.
I had literally just moved it so I could maximize the map size and see what
Yeah.
was going on around me when
All right,
suddenly it went.
so
wink.
let me
Disable.
find
Yeah,
that.
that's groovy. Yeah, because like I had made my map like the maximize, and then all of a sudden I was like, whoa, which is fine. Just one button click and it's back. But yeah, that's handy.
So Orin, seeing the goblins head off to his right, up ahead of the road,
Yes.
he's going to ready his bow, and he's going to head off this way to see if he can see. How far can I go on my horse?
You are on your horse. Your horse travels 60 at 5-foot squares. You can travel 12 squares.
I'm just going to... Okay, it didn't move me. Why didn't it move me?
Well, because it will, you have to place your movement and then I approve it. The reason being is that way, and another thing you can do is drag it part way and then drag that, and that way you can draw a
Make
path. Yes.
That's
And that way, if there are traps or unseen dangers on the map, your path will let me know whether or not you cross over them.
which characters in Baldur's Gate 3 don't do. They'll just run
Well,
right through the fire.
I was
Yes,
okay.
they
I was
will.
trying to see if the line of sight would let me see where the goblins had run to.
Nope, it appears that
Around
there
that
is
tree,
another
yeah.
batch
Yeah,
of
another
trees up
batch of
there.
trees. Well, it still gives me cover. It means they can't see me either, but I know they
Correct.
run this way.
That is a correct assumption.
So I'm guessing that's my move.
Are you going to stay on your horse?
Yep, I've got my bow ready. I believe I'm proficient from horseback.
Yes,
I
you
remember
can
right.
fight from horseback. Now, your horse not being a war horse, if it gets attacked, it's probably going to, it might fight, it might run away. It's not a war horse, so it's not as seasoned as a war horse. It will fight if it's attacked, but if you're not on it, it will run away.
Yeah.
All right. Hasek, your turn.
Let's see. Can I make that? Barely? Okay. So I'm gonna get off my horse. Gonna leave it right there.
Okay.
Because I just wanna move all the way over here.
All right. You just
Full sprint.
full sprint. Now, if you want to, you can super sprint up to 4 times your movement. But you take an armor class penalty when you do it, and you are not being very subtle when you do it. Just for future note.
To see a dwarf super sprinting, that would be that's a vision.
Is that only for this turn, the armor class penalty?
Yeah, it's only a 1-turn armor class penalty.
Okay, well, going over there.
Dwarf super sprint. I'm picturing that picture of the dachshund being caught mid-stride with his ears flapped out. It looks like he's flying.
Yeah.
From here, Hasek, I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine.
You can see Hasper, of all people, and he is at the back end of a wagon trying to pry it up out of the mud from which it is stuck. But that's what you see. But sprinting to there will take your entire turn.
Yep.
You'll see his buddy Joris step up, and Joris is trying to help him free the wagon.
Because I'm just going to enjoy the show.
And of course, you can see some of the goblins are moving across the road towards that wagon. Has some horse sound effects. Poor Joris and Hasper continue to struggle with the wagon. They are not having any success getting it loose. And you, Hasek can now hear another voice, an unfamiliar voice to you, shouting at them. And you hear a goblin voice say something. Does anybody speak goblin?
Yeah, pretty sure I do. Notes, languages. Yep.
I have not said my
But don't
languages.
dwarves also speak goblin?
I believe they do. Well, what you guys hear is that big goblin yells, "Meat's back on the menu, boys!"
I thought only orcs yelled that.
Nope, if I'm right, that was goblins. But in Tolkien, there's no difference between the goblins and the orcs. They're the same species, different sizes.
Uh-huh. Kill the human!
Uh-huh. And the goblins go rushing through the bushes.
Now
All right, horses do not act separately. Hasek, you just saw all those goblins move across the road. And they're over there somewhere. And from where you're at, you can definitely see the panic on Joris and Hasper's face as a group of goblins comes out of the weed at them.
I am gonna sit here and just wait.
All right.
those dirty rats.
Hasper will make his way around. And swing his club at a goblin and miss. Nadia.
I presume that we can hear this.
You can hear a scuffle going.
We don't see it.
It has broken out now. You can hear goblins shouting, men shouting, the clash of steel.
Do we recognize Horace and Jasper's voice? I mean, we spent days with them.
Oh, yes. You recognize.
I am snickering quietly, holding my mouth. Like, okay.
So, before Nadia moves, she, gestures over to Daklish and, points me to you. Is it safe? Is it safe?
It's fine. Come on.
It's fine. We're all fine. We're all fine.
Fine. Yeah. The goblins.
All right, she's going to move over.
Yeah, the goblins.
Now, I want to explain something about combat in Castles and Crusades. If you wish to move an attack in the same round, you may move up to half your movement unless you are charging. Which is a special situation. And charges need to be
declared before the initiative.
Yes. I am not being that specific about it being declared before initiative. I'm just doing when your turn comes, do what you're going to do. Because just for now, we might get a little more complicated later once we're all more familiar. But honestly, this is the first Castles and Crusades game I've run. I've run other other Siege Engine games, but this is my first Castles and Crusades campaign.
Killer job.
By the way, just so you know, I looked at one of my spells, the Dragon Image spell, and I changed the text to match. I don't know if it takes place in the entire thing, but match what's in the actual player's handbook.
That's
because in the spell that was in Fantasy Grounds, it looked like it was a single target spell, and it's not. It's supposed to be a cone effect.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, go ahead.
When Nadia gets over to me, I'm gonna be like, if you think you can help, then you help. You don't have to stay quiet and hidden the whole time like them dwarves seem to think. If you think you can help, then you help.
Dacklish, it is your turn.
It is my turn.
Nadia nods and a little, she has a bit of adrenaline going, but she's not. Okay.
I'm excited. I'm gonna move up. These are bushes, right?
These
that
are
we're
bushes.
behind?
You can move through them. Yes, they do not. They
Um,
do not block your movement. You can also take cover in them.
Also take cover in them. I would have seen the rock that's ahead, right? Like
Yes,
this
you can
rock
see
up
that rock.
here. All right, so I think I could probably hide behind that rock a little bit. So I'll just, I've got my bow ready.
Go ahead and make me a hide check to see.
Sure. I would be more than happy to make you a hide check. Donk donk. Oh, that almost landed on 20.
Your success. All right, so Dacklish moves up and kind of like blends in with the rock most gnomishly.
Do I see anything? Like,
From where you're at, nope. If you could see it, if it was in line of sight, you could see it. But where you're at, you don't have line of sight on anything.
okay.
You can see me. Hi.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
I
no,
can see
she's
you.
behind the rock.
I'm behind the rock.
I can see you.
Okay.
Dacklish moves stealthily until Nadia decides to join her.
Oren.
Fine.
Alright,
Nadia's
I have-
gonna be awesome.
I have a question. Can you disable the blessing of the move things just so I can move and see what my line of sight sees so I know which way to go? Because right now nothing moves, so I can't.
All right.
If I was going to be moving, you know what I'm saying? If I was going to be moving on a horse and I see where they're at to my right or my left, I could, make sure my movement stays
All right. Well,
in the right direction.
What we do is go ahead and make a partial movement, and I'll
Okay.
adjust so you can move a little bit and see what you can see.
Where's half? Okay.
All right.
I see Dacklish way over there.
You can see the tracks go up through that little passageway in the trees there.
All right. I'm going to assume that that's where I need to go.
From there, you can see Joris and the wagon.
Nice. And Joris looks a little preoccupied.
But
Oh, good. And I saw him move up.
and because I'm going to rule that because that's the movement of your horse, that is if you wish to
I
dismount
can dismount, yeah.
at this point, you
Ooh.
can dismount.
All right, yeah, I'm going to dismount and use my horse training signal to have him stay right here between that rock and the tree.
All right, he will. Your horse is well disciplined. All right. So you moved up closer. And because you're a knight, your mount and dismount stuff is automatic. There are no checks, right?
As far as I know.
Because you're badass.
Badass to the bone.
Yeah,
Da-na-na-na-na.
Plate mail is slippery, so I can
Fritz.
slide off easily.
Oh,
So now I can move if I want to.
Yes, I'll allow you to move.
So I know the goblins came from my left, and they're obviously heading toward the wagon. So I keep getting this little yellow line thing in my way. I can't grab my token.
There we go. I moved it.
That's okay. So I'm not gonna run up to Joran or whatever. I'm going to move kind of like to right here, just a little past him, and hope that gives me a line of sight to something. There we go.
All kinds of things. There's a whole bunch of goblins there. You can see. But that was your full move. Your 20 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say
right?
that
Okay.
goes 25 feet, I think, but might have. I think I
Um,
moved 25 feet, so if it's only 20, you
Well,
can move me back.
we'll let it go.
Mhm.
I'm sure the dungeon police aren't going to come and tell me I was wrong if I let something go.
Where's my-
All right. You step there
Oh, move 20 there.
just in time. Let's see.
Just in time.
Hold on, I am.
Oh, okay.
I
I mean,
Looking at this.
it went eerily quiet. I thought my audio cut out.
No, I do that. I will stop mid-thought to read something, so don't.
Glad
You-
I'm not the only person that doesn't finish sentences.
You see, Fritz will look towards the goblin in front of him, and he starts moving his hands in a mystical pattern and mumbling some mumbly mumbo jumbo. All right. And
Who's saying mumbo jumbo?
Fritz.
Fritz. Oh, the bird talking guy.
And you see one of the goblins, his eyes get all kind of swirly, and he turns and grins wickedly. You just saw, Oren, you just saw Fritz cast a spell.
Okay. Do I feel the spell was cast at me or just...
Nope, he had his back to you. You saw him cast it on a goblin.
Okay.
New round, Nadia's turn.
All right. So Nadia is going to move. I need to get to there for now. I think I'm another 10 feet, but I need to see what it looks like once I get there.
All right, still have no targets from there.
All right. Yeah, you know, I think that's far enough for now.
Fritz gets a new turn. Fritz.
Person.
Ooh.
Is going to move back around.
We knew he was a spellcaster. We figured that out. Thanks to our amazing skills and abilities and rolls in our first session. What?
You see Fritz come around the back of the wagon. He takes, let's see, takes something out. You see him, looks like he takes a small lump of clay out of his pocket, Oren. And he stops right in front of you and is rather surprised to see you there. But he takes this small lump of clay out of his pocket with one hand. He plucks an eyelash from his eye with the other hand, presses it into the clay, and folds it up. And while he's doing this, he mutters some words
Sorry about that. I
and
double-clicked
vanishes
the
from
wrong
sight right in front of your eyes.
Nah. I knew I should have punched him.
Hasper, fighting for his life against the goblins. Crack!
That's wow.
Whacks a goblin on the head with his club.
He solidly hits that goblin lightning.
Oren, you just saw Fritz go invisible right in front of you.
Well, I've already got my bow in my hand, so unless I want to swing with the bow and hope to hit him, the most knightly thing to do is to help Hasper and shoot the goblin in front of him.
There's a wagon between you and them.
How tall is the wagon?
It's a big coach. It's taller than you, dwarf.
Oh, so I
Wait.
can't.
Hasper's a thief.
Yes, he is.
Well, no. As far as I know, Hasper is part of the castle accoutrement.
He was the footman to the lady's entourage, but yes,
Yeah, I know,
Hasper and
so-
Joris were thieves.
Yes, but to
But
my
they've not done
knowledge,
anything wrong. They haven't
yeah, to
stolen
my knowledge,
anything.
they're part of the castle contingency, so I don't see them as a threat to evil.
However,
They're being
dwarf,
attacked.
you can shoot under the carriage because you're short enough. So I will say, while you cannot see the goblin's head, you can definitely see it's from about the waist down.
I will drop down to a knee shooting position and try to kneecap a goblin, I guess. How tall are goblins?
Goblins are about dwarf height.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to say he has partial cover from the wagon, so click the -2 button before you take that shot. It's right next to the modifiers.
Yep. And let's see, combat. Bow. I forget. What do I click on, the dice or the +1?
What you do is, let me look at your character sheet here. I have to know what you're seeing. The attack +1 is your attack roll, so you can grab that and drag it and drop it right onto the token you want to attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped it in the chat.
Oh, you can grab that roll from chat and drag that roll from chat onto the target as well. And your arrow missed its mark. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, curse.
Wait, you have that kind of magic? You can curse too?
I curse goblins.
Curse you all. Goblin rolls.
Trixie Goblin stabs Joris.
His armor class is not too high.
Yours is going down.
Joris's armor class is not too high, no.
We rode with them for days. They
I
smell
mean-
bad too.
I mean, that would almost hit me.
Goblin number 17 maneuvers around to get at Hasper, but he has to use his full movement to do that. Short people don't move very far.
No, they don't.
Goblin number 2 will step up. And he will miss
Whoa.
Hasper.
Okay.
And Goblin number 5. Will also attack Hasper, who somehow manages to duck, dodge, and stumble his way out of getting hit. Goblin number 9. Where he?
Is
There's
speaking-
number 9.
a free action I could do to Hasper and just tell him back up around the wagon?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. You can absolutely say anything you want at any time. Dakish, it is your turn, so you're going to warn him to back up.
Yeah, seeing that they're all 3-1 there, I'll sit there and go like, yeah, darn fool, back around the wagon for cover.
Okay. Do I have a sense of where the goblins are based on what I hear, so that I know which way to
they're-
move? Like,
they're-
do I?
You can hear them straight to the north,
So,
and you know that there were trees out there kind of blocking everything. So if you step out, your chances are you're going to still be covered from the side of the goblins.
so if I step here, can you show me what my vision?
Yeah.
And I don't see anything from here. I just see the horse.
The wagon tracks go that way.
All right, I'll move up towards the horse. Let's say I'd move 7, so this is about 20 feet.
You can see the wagon, you can see Joris, and you can see Goblin number 5's feet and Hasper's feet underneath the wagon.
And I can't. Am I allowed to dash, or is that only certain classes? That
Anybody
can
can
do that?
dash. You can move again. Not that it's going to matter, but it would give you an armor class penalty if you wanted to move double your movement.
So I can move another 20 feet.
You can.
All right, let's do that. To like these bushes. Yeah, to these bushes.
All right, and you conceal yourself into the bushes.
Groovy. Okay.
Glom, the goblin leader. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong one. I wanted the attack roll. I know how to use fantasy grounds. Really, I do. All right, so...
Misses.
I'll take that 4 points off of Hasper.
And we don't hear Vig. We just hear Horace and Jasper and...
That's it.
Yeah. You do not.
Orin has a
Goblin
thought on that, but
16.
he's not going to say it.
Goblin 16. Tries to stick his sword in the back of Goblin 5 and miss.
Oh, is that the guy with swirly eyes?
Yes.
That
Joris.
nobody saw except for Orin.
Joris will miss. Hasek. Sounds like you're missing out on all the fun.
Oh, not for
Hey!
long.
He's so excited that it got bright in his room and
Yes.
everything.
Nice.
I'm
He's
gonna
glowing.
Move at 4 times movement.
All right, you can cover up to 80 feet. It's supposed to be in a straight line, but we'll let you fudge that a little bit.
Oh, where'd he go?
You
I
need
just
that in
saw
your
a
line of
dwarf
sight. You can see
running
the wagon,
very
and you caught a
unceremoniously.
glimpse, and that was
I
only
saw that.
57. You still have about 13 feet left if you want to come around that rock.
Oh, I am a little bit about there.
He grabs the rock.
And now you can see a whole bunch of goblins.
Filled with goblin bloodlust.
I am ready to cleave him down.
Let's go, boy.
End of the round. Round 4. Goblin number 15 still trying to kill Joris.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
That'll do it.
smackaroonie.
Sorry, I did not mean to roll a second attack roll. I meant to. And Joris is bleeding.
Hasper and Joris both. Well, they've got how many goblins?
Well, Hasper's only got one. I mean, Joris only has one.
Yes. Hasper is getting swarmed.
But because they're so close together and so many, they keep missing. Except that one.
Except that one, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and Hasper's still on his feet. He's a tough one.
he's on one knee.
Oh,
Goblin
Heavy
number 5
damage.
will turn around and stab the goblin that tried to stab him.
No. Goblin v goblin.
And kill him dead.
Whoa.
Wow, 2 hit points.
2?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Goblins don't have a lot.
goblins, yeah, don't get a lot. And, yeah,
One hit dies.
You say, well, I could have started throwing rocks at him and killed him.
Yeah, yeah, you could.
All right.
Horse is ready. He's got bloodlust. His sword, his axe is just ready to cleave down swaths of goblins. He's ready.
And the goblin number 9. Where's 9? There is no 9. Hasek, your turn again.
Yes.
You are close enough that you could charge one of those goblins.
Yes, I'm charging.
Yes, go
I'm charging.
baby.
All right. Do you want to hit Goblin 2 or Goblin 5?
Let's do 2.
Why not
All right.
both? Oh.
Why not both? Let's see. I'm looking at.
Yeah, if they're close enough together, can he swipe it?
If I kill one, I get another attack.
Oh, yes.
If he kills one.
All right.
If I hit it.
You're choosing Goblin number 2, who has his back to you, so you'll have a +2 to hit.
+2, alright.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Let's see if I can hit him.
Oh no, you missed.
Nope, I missed, yeah.
Too filled with the bloodlust.
No, all that dashing. He's tired. His hands
Yeah.
are sweaty.
Now, you do take a -4 to your armor class this round for the charge. That
Yep.
lasts until the beginning of the next combat round.
Yep. I don't think they noticed. I missed.
Nadia.
All right, so Nadia is going to start off by running after Daklish.
We're already besties.
Let's start here just so I can see where she needs to go next. Yeah,
You can see
gonna
up through
continue.
that clearing some stuff going down.
all right. There we go.
Do the magic.
Now you can see Orin. You can see Joyce.
Huh.
But that was your full move, correct?
Yeah, that was my full move.
Okay. Hasper is in a bad way.
So bad.
He's going to do a hasty retreat, which means he can move up to half of his move and not provoke an attack of opportunity, but that's all he gets to do. As he backs away holding his wounded side. Daklish, your turn.
My turn. Okay, I'm gonna move. Let's see, I can move up to 10 feet, right? And
Yes.
still so what I want to am I able to move and still like have cover so that if I like when at this spot what do I have? Do I have vision of everything and yet still cover, or because I can't tell? Oh, there's still okay. So there's bushes. There's
Yes,
George.
when you're in the bushes. Wow, that's interesting. When you're in the bushes do not block your line of sight. So from within those bushes, you can see everything.
All right, I'm gonna
I
I'll
don't
shoot
know
a goblin
why it's
15.
doing that, but we'll
That's
let it
weird.
go.
Let
You're a
it-
gnome. We'll let
I'm a
it go.
gnome. Let it go.
This
Okay,
is your
so
fantasy.
this is my fantasy, right? So first I take the short bow, and I grab the attack, and I drop it on Goblin 15. Oh, nope. Okay,
All right.
we're all filled with the goblin bloodlust.
Joris. Fighting for his life and not hitting. Glom. Glom, the elite ogre, turns and sees Dwarf and says, Dwarf, too greasy to eat, but I like killing you. And he steps up and jabs at you with his spear and misses. Fritz.
I just thought of something. I get a one bonus to hit +1 against.
You do.
Goblinoid.
All right. Fritz. Hasek, or not Hasek, Orin, you hear footsteps moving away. And it's your turn.
Well, I would need to ask if I can do this. What I'm going to do is stride past Joris and intercede in between, put myself in between him and Goblin 15 and use my axe.
Well, if you want, they're standing next to each other. If you'd like to push in between, you can make an overbear attack on the goblin to push it back. This round.
Would that be my actual attack?
That would be your actual attack.
And what if I just stand next to Joris and take a swing at him then?
That's absolutely acceptable. You can stand in the bushes. They do not
Alright.
hinder your movement.
Okay. I just want to swing at him.
They just block line of sight.
They're just little bushes. These are little bushes. Oh yeah!
Crunch!
Damage! Damage!
Remember that you get bonuses to fight goblins too. It'll be on your character sheet under abilities.
Right. Do we get just on damage or to hit?
Well, it depends on your race what you get.
This is +1, so I should have hit the
Let's look at
+1 on the modifier when I had done that.
yes.
Oh,
yes,
+1 to
gnomes
hit.
get a +1 to hit, and goblins using handheld weapons only. So you got to fight in melee to get that. Dwarves,
It just says
enmity
+1.
of goblins and orcs, which means you get a +1 bonus to hit, and a -4 to charisma checks when dealing with any of those.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Only melee.
So I don't need.
Okay.
So just grab the damage dice.
And drag it right on him, yeah.
Gnome should also have
You
something
can drag it
against
right
goblins.
onto the token, yep. Then you chop him with your axe.
He's not dead.
He's
The
not
other one
dead.
died with 2.
Yeah, well, some of them are weaker than others.
I wanted brain splatter.
New round.
New round. Orin, guess what? Your backswing carried your momentum right back around into another swing.
Alrighty. So I will do it correctly this time. Add that +1 to my modifier. Let's see. But wait, there's more.
There
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
you hit him.
Oh, well, he's dead.
You'll also get.
Oh yeah, that.
He's
That
still
will
not
put the
dead.
goblin in the dirt.
Oh,
Wait,
but he's
so
not dead. He's dying, but he's not dead.
He is unconscious. At this point, if my monsters don't have a name, they don't get negative hit points. They go down, they're dead, unless you specifically tell me you're trying to take them alive.
not goblins.
Not goblins. And like I said, only the ones with a name are important. And sometimes I will give goblins a name.
Nadia.
Nadia, your turn.
All right. Well, we're going to continue following Daklish. So,
We're besties, I said.
let's start with the 15 feet and see what we
From
can see
inside the
here.
bushes, you can see them all.
Ooh, hold on a second. Let me my map a bit. Huh. All right. Well. In that case, I'm going to move just to the edge of the bushes.
Okay.
And next round, I may actually unleash a spell. if I can.
Got to be precious with those. You don't have many. Oh, and
I know.
from your intelligence, you are owed 1 more 0 and 1 more first level spell.
Oh,
So don't worry
Okay.
about them now. Just I looking at your character sheet yesterday and then noticed that. Hasuk, you got 3 goblins on you, including Glom, the goblin leader.
I'm gonna do an attack on the middle one. Goblin number 2. Is he still back turned to me?
Is his back still turned to you? Goblin 2's back is still to you. He hasn't had a chance to act yet.
All right. I'm gonna swing at him, so I get a +2 from that, and I get a +1 from my racial thing. So let's see if I can hit this time.
You can do it.
Come on, baby. Ah,
Not with that roll.
jeez.
Orin's gonna look over at Hasek and go like, "No more meat for you, mister."
Yeah, those 2 days of hard drunkenness have really affected your ability to swing your axe. You think you're more amazing than you are.
I just need to hit once.
Joris, being ever the opportunist,
Yeah.
is going to miss. Glom,
Glom, that's the big one.
that's the big one, will thrust his spear at Hasek and miss.
Also, who's that in the back?
Why did Hasper move over there? I did not move him there. Hasper was over here, because Goblin number 17 is going to try to get him. And miss. It's a good thing goblins suck. Goblin number 2 will turn around
After having
and stab
wind
at
blown
Hasek.
by his ear several times. The missing is
realize this-
contagious.
This is the most pathetic combat session.
Low-level characters, you gotta love it.
being extra careful.
I hear level 2 knocking on my door.
I got
Gives
a
me
long way to go.
give me one more better chance to hit.
Hasper misses.
I just picture a kindergarten class full of kids in pool noodles just smacking each other.
Daklish, it is his turn.
Yes, my turn. Okay. Well, I see Joris there. I don't wanna. And the big W's the wagon. Okay, I'm gonna move up like 10 feet.
Okay.
I guess kind of right here next to. How do I don't want to be. Yeah, right here. And I'm gonna wind back my bow. Which one is the big one? 5
Glom.
to Glom.
Hit
Glom is the big
all
one.
the way in the back.
Oh, except line of sight is right there through Hasek.
So you'll have a -2 to hit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go for Glom. I'm just gonna go. Well, I don't care about Joris. I guess I'll just go for the one that I have line of sight to, Goblin 2.
All right, shoot him.
Bow short. Oh, I gotta take off one arrow because I missed. And then here's this next one. Okay, so short bow to attack on. We're Goblin 2. Come on, come on. There we go.
That's a
You
hit.
hit him.
I'm gonna yell out, "That's how you do it, boys!" And then my damage is, and How do I do the damage of an arrow?
Grab the damage die from
Right there.
and
Got
just
it.
drag
Thank
that the same way you would the attack roll.
you. Goblin 2 damage. 4. Yeah.
Not down.
That's not down.
Not
But-
but injured.
Now you should be able to get him.
Yeah, the color of the dot on the token will let you know how injured he is. If it's red, he's hurt pretty bad.
I mean, I have a combat tracker open, so
Yes. The
It's
combat
nicely
tracker
explained
will
there.
also show you whether he's heavily, lightly, or whatever
Yeah.
wounded.
yes.
Oh, no wonder Has forgot over there. I moved the wrong token. Fritz is getting away.
Fritz is getting away.
Glom is trying to. He's not getting away. There's more going on that you don't know. Uh-oh. And that
That's a hit.
spear found a weak point in Hassek's armor.
Oh boy.
Ruh-roh. Ooh.
Stuck him deep. Hassek is hurt. Hassek is hurt
Oh.
pretty bad.
Oof. We don't have lots of HP at level 1.
He's only
No,
he's
you
only
don't.
half dead.
Daklish, your
Yeah.
turn. You see that there's 3 goblins working Hassek, and he's not in a good way. He just took a shot from the leader, a spear in his side.
Is he perchance down like on one knee so that I might be able to shoot over him without penalty at Glom?
No, but Glom is an extra tall goblin, so I'll say you're able to shoot Glom without penalty.
Good. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Bow short.
have a
Glom.
question.
Come on. Nope. Oh boy.
Hey, hang on. I have a question.
Yes.
Doesn't my being a knight, just them being on the field of battle with me, don't they get some kind of inspiration?
I believe so, yes.
I mean, I see
Let's have a
inspire
look.
on here, but I click on it and it doesn't give me a description of what it does.
I forgot
Inspire,
about
giving
that.
companions
Click on the
bonus to
little
hit equal to
dragon
charisma
square
bonus.
next to it. Mere presence at first level, you can affect up to 12 creatures. You can give everybody a bonus equal to your charisma modifier, a bonus to hit once per day, and it lasts for a number of rounds equal to your level. So, on it, if you
So
want to
one
do
round.
it one round, you can give everybody a +3 to hit. So
Okay.
on your next turn, if the ability.
So he has to
All right.
invoke inspiration.
No, this is what it
No.
says. His mere presence.
Yeah.
Any
that's why I-
person friendly to a knight's immediate endeavor gains a bonus to hit equal to the knight's charisma modifier. That can only be used once per day. So each of you
Okay.
has a +3 to hit that you can apply where and when you want, because it doesn't say otherwise. It just says you guys can each be inspired by him once per day per level. And it lasts for
one
now
round.
once per it can be used once per day, and it lasts once per day per level. So yeah, it's basically at the choice of the player receiving the bonus when you want to use it. But you got a critical fumble. Roll me a d12.
Yeah. That's awesome. Here we go.
Don't you have like the special thing that you can't hit allies?
Please don't shoot me in the
Oh,
back. Please don't shoot me in the back.
You
Oh,
do have
wait.
sharpshooter.
I do. Good remembering. I forgot I had that. It's
However-
like not in the sheet.
However, I will give you the opportunity to accidentally shoot Joris in the butt if you wish to take it. He
Yep.
is not an ally. All right,
Yep.
I'm going to make you make a separate
All the
roll to
way.
hit on him.
All the way.
Make
I
a
don't
separate
like-
roll to hit on him.
To hit.
Yep.
Okay. Combat. Bow.
+2 from behind. Actually, no, don't do that. It's a fumble, so just a straight up roll to hit.
Oh, so I'll just drag a d20 on him.
Yeah, now drag your regular attack roll for the bow on him. Yeah.
Whoops. Escape. Well, but when I do that, it'll. Oh, not a +2. I'm with
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Attack. Not Hussack, Joris.
And you missed Joris as well.
Damn.
Joris, being unaware that you almost shot him in the butt, is going to continue to flail mostly ineffectively at this goblin. Nadia, your turn.
So, quick question, because I was looking for it while we were doing this, but is there any way to do, like, show what a cone
Yes.
would hit?
Yes. Right click on the map. It'll bring up a little radio wheel. You'll see an arrow point down to the left. That is pointers. Click that. It'll give you a variety of shapes. Click on the cone shape and then click and drag for your cone.
Oh.
You can also do
Neato.
that for squares and circles and lines.
Nope, did not want to move. Hold on a second.
And if you guys go into settings, you'll see a little black colored dot for player color. You can change that colored dot to whatever color you want, and your markers and pointers will match.
All right, so can you see the cone that I have out?
I absolutely can see the cone that you have out. It looks like it's going to hit Joris, Goblin 5, Goblin 2, Goblin 17.
Dacklish finds herself standing behind what goes from being the willowy frame of Nadia to a sizable red dragon appearing, looks at all the targets in front of her, and breathes fire.
I'm looking at your spell.
I should
so
give
know
you
what it does.
sandwiches all the time. I'll
Dragon
keep
image.
you fed.
is the
Or
spell.
Orin will see this happen, and his eyes will widen as he goes, Hods, bodkins.
Want bacon?
All right. On your spell tab on your character sheet, Nadia,
Uh-huh.
you go down to where dragon image is,
Yep.
and you click that little magnifier next to the red box.
Yep.
It'll open up details. It'll show you the attack button, the save button, and the damage button.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't click any of those yet. Now, hold control and left click all 4 of the targets that are inside your cone. You
Actually,
should-
I'm looking at like I should have 5 targets.
all right. You just think Hasper. Yep, it does touch Hasper as well. So put Hasper in it. Click all 5 of them, and you'll notice on the combat tracker it shows you having them targeted. Now click that damage button on your spell.
Okay, do you need to roll the save for them first?
There is no save.
For dragon image? Pretty sure there is.
Was it? Okay, all I saw was the D6. Let me go back
Pretty
and
sure it
read
has
the
to be
entire
a
spell.
easy. Pretty sure it's a wisdom save, isn't it? Or
Is it? Let me go back and look.
Intelligence negates.
Okay. Yeah, click the save button. All right, that didn't do anything.
Goblins. No, it didn't say what their rolls were. That's just Goblin 17.
Yeah, okay. So no, it's not programmed correctly. Let me see.
Jingle, the chat's
does that
asking
mean,
if you can center the
intelligence
map for
negate?
them.
Oh,
They need
yes,
to make
I
an
can.
intelligence save. If they make the save, they.
Oh, it's an
so for-
intelligence save.
yeah.
Okay.
So the 2 humans would get an intelligence save. I don't know if goblins are physical or mental for their saves. If they're physical, it's non-prime. If they're mental, it's prime.
Yes. All right, hold on. One thing I'm going to do here is
I was so worried that you were all going to get in my way.
I'm going to go ahead and disable line of sight. So
Okay.
that does not belong on that map. Okay, thank you. Let me make my saves.
Oh.
Somebody made one.
Ooh.
Hasper made his.
Asper sees nothing.
Joris did not make his, so Joris.
Thinks he's on fire. Ooh, this is like Ricky Bobby. This is a Ricky Bobby moment.
Okay. Because it's not coded right, I'm going to assume that all the goblins failed. Go ahead and do your damage.
Oh wait, that did one for each of them. All
I,
right. Well, okay. No,
I can negate the damage on Joris and Hasper. Actually, Joris made it. Joris failed it. Hasper made his.
Okay. Oh, all right. So all those individual dice, it didn't do one die, and
Yep,
apply
they
each
each did their
individual
own.
dice for each one. Okay, cool.
You did manage to kill 3 goblins. So, quite effective.
Is she still look like a dragon right now?
Only for a second she did.
Yes, it's like dragon pops up, breathes, and then quickly goes back down to being just willowy Nadia.
I'm gonna be like, whoa! Can you teach me that? That was awesome.
Lass, what was in that sandwich you gave her?
Hasper,
I'm keeping
not
her
knowing
fed.
what that was,
Carolina Leapers.
Hasper will turn and go running off. Because he just saw flames come shooting out from under the wagon and roast just about everybody but him. Fritz is no longer present.
Will Hasper have actually seen flames? Because he saved.
Oh, yeah, I think he still would have seen it. He just didn't take any damage from it.
Oh, okay.
He would have known it wasn't real, but yeah. He's a coward. He's running.
He's a big
Oren,
coward.
your turn.
Well, Oren's gonna, after that little display, he's gonna see that Glom is still standing. I can move. I don't give a shit about
You
yours.
can charge him.
And that's 23. He's like 25. He's past my line of movement.
You can move up to 40 on a charge.
And still swing or just charge?
And still, that is a charge. You'll get a +2 to hit, but you'll take a -40 armor class until your next turn.
Okay. And he's a goblin, so I get a +1.
Mm-hmm.
And you said I get a what to hit?
+2 for the charge.
Oh,
Is
so
it the hit or
+3
damage?
total?
Let me make sure. No, the +2 is to damage on the charge. If you hit, you do +2 damage.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're now standing on top of Glom.
And you missed. Glom last.
Probably tripped out. Probably too busy worrying about tripping over dead goblin bodies.
Dead charred goblin bodies. Hasek.
All right, let's do this again. I'm swinging.
He hit you before. He drew blood. He needs to pay.
Let's see. I got a +1 to hit because he's a goblin.
Yes.
Let's see. Well,
Oh my god.
No.
Oh, boy.
Roll me a d12.
Oh boy.
You do not lose the grip on your axe, although you do stumble slightly and almost fall in the guts.
And didn't hit Orin.
Didn't hit Orin.
Well, okay. And Orin's up.
Yep, first round, Orin.
Your day is not my day.
Oh, I'm up. Nice. Oh, I'm gonna give Helsek a bemused, dirty look, a little bit of stinky side eye there. Sigh heavily, and just crack down on that dude's head again. I do
I missed.
nothing.
And he laughs and jumps to the side.
What
Nah,
is
I don't
with
have to do
these
everything
guys?
right.
Nadia. Low-level blues.
You show them how it's done. You show them how it's done.
Ooh. Well, that's actually kind of tricky at the moment. Because there's nothing I can do that isn't going to hit a whole bunch of people.
Got a dagger to throw? You got
yeah,
darts.
yeah. I got a dagger to throw. Actually, me throwing the dagger is better than me trying to stab him with the dagger. So sure.
Can I
The way our luck's been going, I really don't want a dagger flying around.
can I
No.
yell out? Oh, you're targeting Joris. I'm gonna, if it's okay, say to Nadia, we don't want that guy. His name's Joris. We don't want him to get away. He's dirty. We shouldn't let him get away. We need to stop him for questioning.
Right. Okay.
If you got something to hold him down.
You
or
know
we can
something?
just
I am
jump
going
on
to
him.
use that +3 because
I was just fixing to say, nobody's using their bonus for my inspiration.
it's the
Well,
one shot I'm going
I
to
haven't
get to use my
gone yet.
bonus. So
No, I mean, but what's his
You
name?
know-
wouldn't have fumbled if he'd used his +3.
I would have still have
A
fumbled
fumble
because I
is a
rolled a
fumble.
net one.
A 1 on the die is always a fumble, regardless of mods.
all right. So how do I add a plus? Well, first of all, how do
So,
I do the
left
attack
button.
on here?
The
See-
+3 you click down in the bottom left.
On the lower left corner of the table, you'll see a modifier box and a bunch of
Okay.
little bubbles. There's one with a +3. Then, from your combat tab of your character sheet, you can see where there's an attack 0 for the dagger, for the throne. You can grab that 0 or left click and drag, and it'll pull up a d20 that you can hover over the enemy and drop it, and it'll make the attack roll.
All right.
And
Well,
miss.
you know,
Hasper-
with that, with that, I still get half my movement.
Yes, you do.
So
You gonna move
Excuse
up
me.
behind him, or are you gonna move
Nope.
away?
My bad, I
Probably
slipped.
not a bad idea.
sorry.
With all these misses in here, I'm thinking we should start wearing dresses.
Dacklish, it is your turn.
I wanna oh, there she moved. Well, I'm hoping that they're gonna take care of Glom here. I really don't want Joris to get away. So I wanna I guess I wanna run and can I tackle him, grapple him?
Yes, you can grapple
Something.
him to try to restrain him, or you can overbear him to try to knock him down. And you'll see that there's an attack roll for each one of those down the side of your character sheet on the combat tab. So
On
if
the
you want to try to
combat
hold
tab.
him,
Oh right, there it is. Range,
Don't
grapple.
forget you're a gnome.
Right, that's why I'm thinking grapple.
Go for the knees.
So first I gotta move to him, right?
yep.
So
and then
I move to him, and then I'm gonna. Oh, can I take the +3 on the grapple?
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing that. +3 on the grapple. and Joris. Yes!
Heck yeah!
That worked, thanks to the +3, right?
Yeah.
Dacklish hears Nadia clapping and squealing with delight.
You aren't going anywhere!
Alright, so you go up and wrap your arms around his legs so that he can't get away. He will get a strength check versus your strength on his
boy.
turn to try to get
Okay.
loose. Glom.
Glom goes. Oh boy.
Grom drew blood on Hasek. He's
Uh-oh.
going to try to put him down.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Come on.
And Hasek is still on his feet.
Still fighting.
Barely. Hasek is hurt badly. Another shot like that and he could be down. Joris.
All right, strength check, right?
Nope. At a -2 to attack, he's just going to try to bonk you on the head. And he raises up his club and it goes flying off into the bushes. Joris no
doesn't-
longer
he
has a
doesn't-
weapon.
He doesn't hit himself in the head.
No, but he loses his club. He is no longer armed.
He's unarmed. Right on. He's such a fool. I knew you were
Hasek.
a fool.
All right.
Come
Gonna
on, buddy.
Swing again, and I'm gonna use that +3.
Okay.
There we go. Take
So
care
that
of
would
this.
be +4 in total. Oh man.
Come on, baby.
Come on. Oh,
Hit! You hit!
oh my god.
+2 to no, it's not. You didn't charge. Not a +2 to damage.
No. Just normal damage.
Normal damage. Let's go.
You wounded him,
He's heavy
but
damaged.
he's not down yet. He is the Goblin Chief. He is tough. New round. Glom goes first.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
boy.
Oh, jeez.
Well, It was nice
rolling
meeting you
in-
guys.
You're gonna roll up in your character.
Well, bear in
Oh.
mind, if you go down, my rule is that you don't die until you reach -10 hit points. Once you go down, you lose 1 hit point per round until somebody stabilizes you or heals you. But it doesn't matter because the goblin
Oh, man.
whiffed this round.
Whiff.
Joris, seeing he has got dwarves on the one side and a gnome wrapped around his...
Legs.
Give me a strength check. Strength
So
is a
just-
prime for him.
It's not for me. Oh wait, nope. How do I grab?
Just-
do I grab the
just-
plus?
On the strength, hold on.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's just I have
Grab
plus
next to
nothing.
grab next to the actually with your strength it's a -1. You'll see
It
next
just says
see,
oh, it's
see
okay.
next to the bonus, you'll see the little die and then another you'll see
do
two little dice
-1?
in the lower corner. Yeah, if you just want to click in that box. It's already at a -1. 9. He is able to shake you loose. And he goes running off. Hasek and Dacklish, or Hasek and Orin rather.
That didn't like inflict the opportunity move by
it
anybody.
Will. It
Oh.
will. That's what I was just getting to. Is
Sorry.
Hasek and Orin can both have shots on Joris as he tries to run past you.
Don't let him get away.
All right, we'll do that.
I'm gonna tell Hasek to grab him because I'm gonna swing at Glom.
This is an opportunity attack you get for free as he goes by. This isn't your regular turn.
Oh, so I don't have to chase after him to where
You
he's
don't
at?
have to
So I
chase
didn't-
after him. You just get to make an attack roll on him as he goes
Okay.
by.
Okay, so just a regular
Can that
combat.
attack be a grapple or?
It can
Can
be
I-
non-lethal if you're using a melee weapon. You can declare it to be a non-lethal attack if you're looking
Can
to
I
knock
try
him
to
out.
knock him? Yeah, I
Bonk
want to
him
try
on
to
the
knock
head.
him out.
Make your shots.
And I was going to try to hamstring him with my dirk.
How do you
You're
want me
just
to
going
roll
to try
that?
to hobble him then? Okay. Actually, because it's an opportunity attack, it will be with whatever weapon you already have in hand.
Okay.
Okay, well, that'd be the axe then.
That would be my best at sword.
So go ahead and make your shots.
Wow.
Orin whiffs. Hasek doesn't. And
There
you're
we
trying
go.
to knock him out.
Yeah.
All right, do your damage.
Slap him upside the head with your
He
Wait,
ain't
over
got
the-
much left.
Okay. Well,
bonk him.
That'll do it.
No, it does not.
Ah,
And he's got a big old knot on his head as he stumbles and he's trying to get away. He has not gotten away yet, though. Hasper got away. Orin, your turn.
all right. After swinging wildly at Joris as he went by, he's going to let the momentum follow through, swing him back around, and crack Glom on the head, hopefully. Oh, wait, whoops, I didn't put my multipliers on there yet. +1. There we go.
cool.
Uh, no pluses for hitting because I didn't charge. Come on, big numbers. There we
That's
go.
it.
And describe your kill as you put down Glom, the chief of the goblins.
Well, Joros goes running past Hussock and Orin, and he hears Daklish over there. Get him! And he swings wildly at Joris, and it goes right over his head, and he just lets the swing carry it on through, and Glom is going like, ha, he turned his back on me and didn't realize, and he turns his head right at the last second as the blade meets his eyes, and he just cleaves off the top of his head.
Ah,
We are the head rolling gang.
You are the head rolling gang. All right. Orin takes him out. Let me take him out. Hasek.
Okay.
Down
I'm
the
gonna charge.
combatant let. You're gonna charge Joris to try to keep him from getting away.
Yep.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
All right, get him, get him.
Gonna
Now,
try,
do you know what success feels like? Keep going.
I'm gonna try to knock him out again.
Fair enough.
There we go.
Crack.
That's it.
Boom.
Dirty 20. Yep, it was enough.
Unconscious. There we go.
Nice way of being tender with your sword held.
And Joris goes down.
Honk. Do we see the crow?
Actually, I deal 2 more damage because I did a charge.
All right, so he's
But
still
you
unconscious.
stated non-lethal
You
intention.
stated
Non-lethal,
non-lethal,
but
so it
still.
doesn't matter. He is unconscious, and you are no longer in combat. There are a bunch of dead goblins. You have an unconscious Joris, and
Do we see the crow anywhere? Fritz's
you
crow?
do not. However, I will take. Does anybody have any tracking skills? If not, I'll take wisdom checks from everybody.
Well, first of all,
Um,
Horace is going to go to Hasek. Horace. Who the hell's Horace? Orin's going to go to Hasek and take some bandages out of his backpacks and do some first aid on him. I have. What did it say? I think it said I had 4 bandages in my inventory.
All right. I believe bandages can heal 2
2.
hit points each,
yeah.
so
Yes.
you can patch him up for most of his damage.
Okay,
There's
so
my
I'm,
wisdom check.
I'm going to use 2 bandages on him. So, well, that's 4 points. How many are you down? You're down 8, right?
He was down 9, so 4 bandages will bring him to 1 hit point of damage.
Huh?
He was
One
down
hit point
9.
of.
So 4 bandages will heal 8 of the 9
Oh.
and leave him
Ben-
with 1
okay.
point of damage.
Bandages have 2
All right,
charges.
then I'll just, in other words, I use all my bandages then. So.
You can
Okay.
you can use bandages twice for 1 bandage, I believe. Let me actually see. Have it in here.
All right.
Yeah, bandages have 2 uses each.
Yeah, there's Nadia's wisdom check. She is not a tracker. She
Yeah.
wanders out of the. Actually, you want to make it like free movement again, or
Yes, I do. There we go.
Okay, so am I using all 4 bandages or just 2 bandages
Just
twice?
2 bandages twice.
Okay.
yeah, she's
Alright.
What did you
wanders
want?
out of the
Wisdom?
woods, but brushes, like knocking pine needles or whatever off of her. Just all right. Well, okay, get me out of here.
Hasek, you can definitely see footprints going in the direction of the arrow. There's what looks like a little trail going down into a glen in the distance. You can see treetops in a lower elevation and what looks like maybe some stones from old ruins poking up out of the trees in the distance. This is the direction that Fritz / Vig and Hasper have fled.
I'll tell the party, and I'm heading over there.
So you're heading in that direction.
Yep.
Where did they
Right,
go?
and
Where did
I didn't
they
do my wisdom roll. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to use the bandages. There's my wisdom roll.
There's you'll notice the tracks as well.
Nadia looks over and says, "Okay, well, this was a mess," and starts looking through the goblins to see if they have anything interesting on them.
Plus, we
I have a
this
question.
wagon that's loaded down with what's in the wagon?
Dowry money.
Yeah,
It's,
can I
had
confirm that?
there is a sack that has a chest with the dowry money in it. Most everything else that was on the wagon had been unloaded. There are still horses tied to the wagon. It is mired in the mud. It will take some time to get out. If you choose to get it out,
We can also add our horses to help.
yes, you can also
Well,
add your
or-
horses to help.
Well, so the dowry is actually just in a sack. It's
Yes,
not
there's
the
a
big chests that were on that
no.
wagon
There is
before.
there is a well. There were all kinds of bags and boxes and stuff on that wagon before. Most of it was Milady's personal possessions. This one strong box is well, it's locked. Do you want to try to open it up and see what's inside it?
No, I think we could just. My suggestion is take what's in the wagon, since it's just in a sack, add it to a saddlebag, unhook one of the horses so that we have an extra horse for Nadia once we find a saddle, unless they happen to be saddled.
Well,
And then-
no, they're not. And unfortunately, draft horses and riding horses are not the same kind of horse. A horse broke to a harness to pull a wagon is not the same kind of horse as a horse that you ride.
Okay.
Oren's going to go like, either way, the property needs to be returned. We'll get the wagon free and head back to the castle.
We
So-
don't want to go after.
Well, one of them's invisible.
Nadia, you know enough, even though you can't cast the invisibility spell, to know that it doesn't. Well, no, actually, it lasts a long time. But Hasek and Oren, you can both see clear footprints on the ground. You know, at least one set probably belongs to your invisible man, because while he can be invisible, he cannot mask the steps he leaves in the forest floor.
Well, Oren's torn between duty and justice at this point.
If that is Vig the Deceiver, if it is indeed Vig the Deceiver, he is a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head.
Because I was going to ask you about that. You said earlier that we heard Or well, no, actually, what's her name? Nadia, not Nadia. Dacklish.
Dacklish is a he.
Heard pushing, and she recognized it as the voice of Vig. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
And yet, when we got up here, there was no Vig. There was only Horace,
there was
Jasper,
only Fritz,
Jasper,
and you did
Fritz.
not hear him speak once you got here.
Yeah.
So
Oren's going to say as much as like, well, if you heard Vig and the only person here is Fritz, I'm assuming he's changed his appearance, much like he changed it to look like Hasuk and the other person.
Very talented thief.
a very talented something.
So
Something.
how do we? Let's
Does Nadia
belongings
suspect
with-
what
Can we wake
Vig
up
actually
Joris?
is?
Considering, I'm sorry, I got three questions there
Yep, you
exactly
did,
the
sorry.
same time. Let me answer Nadia first. Yes, you suspect that if he can charm a goblin, actually, you didn't see that, but you've heard Oren say that he vanished, and you know invisibility is a wizard and illusionist spell.
And he's also been able to disguise himself.
He's also been able to disguise himself, something you know illusionists can do.
Can they throw
I don't
voices?
think he's any. I don't think this Vig character is any simple thief. I suspect that he's got a bit of a, well, illusion magic to him.
Yes, Vig the Deceiver is an illusionist. And he's been fooling you this whole time. Feeding information back to his boss from within your ranks.
Can
has
illusionists
a
also
boss.
throw voices of other people?
With the ventriloquism spell, they absolutely could.
Aha.
So Vig sounds like he's better than level 1 if he's got access to these kinds of spells.
He is a fairly dangerous man, yes.
So I don't think a group of level 1s should go after him.
So,
I think you should.
yeah,
Bear in mind, illusionists get a 1d4 hit die, and they don't have unlimited spells, and you've already seen him cast
Yeah, that's
several.
true.
So you
Yeah.
don't know what he's got left.
You could also throw color spray on us and probably put all of us asleep. Actually, no, he
Yes,
would.
but-
'Cause none of us would get a saving throw.
As Asher the Bear says in chat, a level 3 illusionist is very susceptible to a bearded axe.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
If
but
I can
again,
get to it.
At the moment, he's invisible. Unless he attacks someone, he's not going to become visible anytime soon.
Yes, he is invisible, but his
Footsteps
buddy, well, that and Hasper also fled in the same direction, and you can see his footprints, and he was not invisible.
Right.
Joris is now awake.
Yes,
Right?
Joris, you can get Joris awake at this point.
Yeah. Just knowing that Vig is close. I can't move this right. Dacklish hops on over to Joris and slaps him on the face. Wake up! Wake up right now!
What?
Do you work for Vig?
Who's
I'm gonna
Vig?
slap him. I'm gonna slap him again.
Oh, yeah, we work for Vig. Actually, no, we don't work for Vig. We
Who's
work
Vig?
with him.
Who's he? You work with him.
We work for. No, we
Yes?
don't work for anybody.
Slap him. I slap him again.
No.
No.
He'll say, no. He'll just say no. He's looks like he's very scared at what he was about to say.
Is that your hideout back there?
No. Don't know what's don't know what's there.
What was your ultimate goal just to steal the dowry, or is there more? Y'all went through a lot to get to get me and Hussack on this journey. Y'all.
Oh, I ain't saying nothing.
Can
And
I?
as he says that, a very large, sharp, bearded axe slams into the ground right next to his head,
Yes.
and a very angry-looking dwarf stands over him and says, "I'm tired of these games. You've got exactly 5 seconds to answer these questions."
And when you do that, a warm, damp spot appears in his trousers. And he
Peepees his
stammers
pants.
and stutters. He's like, all right. Don't cut anything off, please.
We saved you.
We were hired by Captain Gallardo to escort on this trip. We were to help Vig steal the dowry at the best opportunity and frame you for it.
And who are you working for with Vig?
We work for Captain Gallardo.
Captain Gallardo was the man
That assigned you this task in the first
assigned
place
it in the
after
first
shanghaiing you into it,
Mhm.
getting you arrested on bogus, trumped-up charges.
That's
And,
right.
and yes, as you suspect correctly, it was Vig the Deceiver's ventriloquism spell that set you up at the beginning of this.
I'm going to look over at Daklish to verify that everything sounds correct and like he's not deceiving.
No, he looks way too scared.
All right. I'm going to knock him back out and tie him up.
Okay, fair enough.
Tie him up to the wagon.
Let's.
Orin or Hussack needs some healing.
No, I put bandages on Hussack. I
Oh.
just need to figure out how to get them out of my inventory because they're not going away.
The inventory thing isn't working.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, no, it won't automatically use. What you can do is, let's see.
You can
where
remove. You can.
I
remove
couldn't even take
two.
things out of the party
You can,
inventory.
Yeah, all I can do is delete them.
It won't let you take things out of the party inventory. That is,
No, we'll sort that later. We're almost
yeah,
done.
I don't know why it won't, but it should. You guys should have full access to that. Anyway, so what's the plan? You all
Daklish is
do
gonna
know
look
that
up
if that
to-
is indeed Vig the Deceiver, that he has
The
a
big
bounty, a big bounty on his head.
I mean,
And I
I'm
have
ready to check
special
out the
business.
ruins.
And that's where he ran, was to the ruins. Daklish will look up to Orin and say, "Orin, I know you want to bring this stuff back, but we can't let him get away. He's a villain."
Orin's
There's
going-
4 of us.
Orin's going to look at the wagon and the horses and all the other stuff. Well, we're going to need to secure the treasure. That needs to go back. We can come back and get it. I'm not too worried about the personal possessions then.
The treasure's big enough to put on our horse saddlebags, right?
Yes.
Small enough. Okay. So we can take it with us, which better than leaving it here. Or we can bury it and I can set a trap on top of it, because I can set traps.
However, whatever you want to do.
I think we can just take it with us.
I
There's
think
no
we-
sense.
You can just take it with you. It'll fit in the saddlebags of a horse.
And I have saddlebags on my horse.
And I'm sure Orin does not want Daklish to have the treasure.
No. As a matter of fact, Orin will make a little bit of a show of going over to the chest and putting it and locking it safely in his saddlebags, all the time looking at Daklish. It'll be right here, all of
Right.
it, when we get back to the castle. All of it.
All of
Right.
it. All of it.
Thank you. We're wasting time then. If we're going to track this villain, let's track this villain.
Let's go. He was expecting 2 people initially, and now we already are 4. Let's go. So we grab our horses and we head off.
All right. And you head
After
down the
tying
trail.
Joris up to we tied Joris to the wagon.
Fair enough. He may or may not be there when you get back. But
No, we take any weapon. Well, he had the club.
he had the
Ew,
club, but
Eddie.
he
You know
Threw
what?
it away.
he
We tie
actually
him up in
actually
his
no, that was
underpants.
Hasper that threw his club away.
Oh,
We
No,
tie
when
him up
Joris
in his
when Joris
underpants.
tried to bonk Daklish on the head, he
you're
lost
right.
his knife.
Yeah, he
He
lost his
did.
club.
He did.
Knife.
But we
Whatever.
take off his clothes. He's tied up in his underpants.
Okay, we don't have time for that. All right, just
Underpants.
calm yourself.
In his
All
old
right,
tidy whities.
we are right at the end of the stream. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for Blue Box to come live.
They just went live.
They just went live.
They
and
just went live.
next session we will finish the first chapter of Knights of the Rose, of Roses and Thorns,
Let's go
when-
after Vig.
bringing down Vig the Deceiver and becoming a hero, or dying to
horribly.
whatever lurks in that little glen with him.
A white dragon.
White dragon's too easy. It'd be a black dragon or a green dragon. Gotta love chlorine gas.
Tiny
Anyways.
hut. Awesome.
dragons are just big alligators with
Thanks,
wings.
Gallicknar? Gallicknar?
Galaknar.
Gallicknar.
Why, thank you. We're glad you enjoy our little craziness. I know I'm certainly having fun with it. Anyways, thank you guys for giving me a fun time every day. I love it here. Thanks to everybody out in the chat for the new people and the returning people. I hope to see you next Sunday where we will do this again. Right now, let me. I can never. Is it slash raid or exclamation point raid?
Slash raid. No at, just Blue Box RPG. Thanks for visiting.
Yes, thank you guys, and look forward to the finale of the first chapter next time. I will have your experience points for the beginning of the next session. Now, the way I do level ups is if you get enough experience points to level up, you will level up automatically at the next overnight rest. There is no training period. There is no training payments. None of that nonsense. Just auto level up at the next rest.
And
Right
I've set up a
on.
GoFundMe page for Hussock to get a candle for his room.
Yes, he needs one.
I don't see the raid. Did you do it yet?
Not yet. I am
Oh,
getting ready to do
got
it
it.
now.
Making
There
the
we
raid
go.
has been created. We thank you all for hanging out. Hang out for a little bit longer. Tell all the folks over at Blue Box that Troll Lord sent you, and give them a huzzah for us.
And Blue
And-
Box is also streaming a Tears of Aired campaign.
Yes, they are streaming an aired campaign. So let me do a little bit of outro here. We will go ahead and retreat to our retreat screen.
Still a bye-bye.
A little bit of outro music and try to get the outro music to work. There we go.
There it is. Huzzah. Trolls ah. Right. Ah. Thanks, Kazaki.
Yes, that's a nice little bit of outro, and then I hit the big button,
Yeah, they're already at a hype train and they haven't even started streaming yet.
and here we go.
Let's go.
They're in their